Sat here. Oh, there we go.
There we go. Yeah, right.
There we go.
It's been getting weird on StreamYard, man.
Nice and live for you. Oh yeah.
It's Dario Argento's birthday. Giallo night.
Celebration. Yeah.
We're smoking. We're drinking. I gotta tweet this out. Yes. Yeah, I had Hans on just to like hang out, impromptu streams, and he's a popular little fucker. The people love Hans. We're back to like the stream numbers being up to like Kayla's interview numbers, which we haven't mentioned much on here, but goddamn did her interviews just immediately come in and decimate us with popularity. And we've like behind the scenes have always talked like this is a democratic thing. It's all of our channel and everything. Like whatever is popular is obviously makes the most sense to go with at all times. But I just don't have a lot of time to do the interviews during the week where she's not working anyways. So it's always worked out to like 1-2 days a week where she can do them. But then she fucking like started doing them and they're blowing up. And I'm like, God damn, do we just stop streaming and I help her? Like, am I just, do I just work for Kayla now? Like,
she's like, and check out my production guys. They do a podcast over on the Deathcurse Patreon sometimes.
It's like, oh fuck, dude, 6 months from now, she's going to be on like Ethan's channel. Just like, yeah, fucking check out Kayla Cuts Deep tonight. Like fucking, she's out swimming with sharks right now and shit. I texted her earlier about the sci-fi thing because I figured out just bouncing nonsense off of Hans. I feel bad because they don't know how deep the autism waters run with this one. So he got my brain going with a bunch of things he had said to me, and I was like, oh, I could still do that sci-fi short that I got Ian Fidance interested in, and just I have to make some studio flats in my basement, which cost like $50 to make. They're like 4x8. They're just the fake walls to make like a sitcom in or whatever. And I was like, make some studio flats, some sci-fi panels, consoles, and shit. Basically, I have to make the inside of the spaceship cockpit, and then the panel for the animation to go for the Fidance character. That's just like an AI that runs the ship. And I
forgot it wouldn't be him. I kept picturing it as him.
Yeah, so it's him if we could get it greenlit as a pilot. The whole idea is this is like a pilot short, and they're going to the planet where like they're basically following the distress beacon on his back to find his robot body. And it's basically being used as a sex doll on like a mining planet. That's like the punchline. He sort of willingly left himself behind because the AI is always connected. So he's secretly conscious of what's going on. But the whole bit was they end up getting like essentially like commandeered by space pirates. But the space pirates basically pilot this giant, it looks like turbo death metal ship. It's that one that has like skulls all over it and shit that I did a while ago. It was basically this miniature that like should look really badass, but then this alien species, like all the colors they think are cool are like hot pink and metallic and glittery and shit like that. So the spaceship looks like super metal, but also turbo gay. And they basically get into like a bickering argument with these aliens. And the whole idea was Kayla was going to be playing like this. She's sort of a slutty, washed up, alcoholic alien bounty hunter. We were going to do like a simple prosthetic on her head just to change her features a little bit. And then she's probably going to be painted like pink or fucking a weird green or something like that to make her look like an alien. She's just this weird Bostonian alien in 3021. Riding around with her gay sex bot. It's kind of like an antithesis to that Mags Visaggio show. They're just like the two worst people in the galaxy doing bounty hunting. And I was like, I'll set up this sandbox and we'll go from there. And it's like a bunch of really easy shots, especially now that I thought of doing that studio flat thing in the basement. I was like, can do most of that in the basement, do a bunch of miniature shots on green screen, and then I think I'm going to play the Galians.
Nice.
Yeah, where I can just do a bunch of weird prosthetic horns and shit, paint myself all weird, and part of the I don't want to ruin all of it, but a lot of it.
Take me to your leader. Take me to your top.
Yeah, it's like the whole thing is Finance's character is supposed to be like playing into it, and the aliens are unaware of what gay even is. This is just, like the most masculine colors in their culture and all this shit. And it all culminates with them revealing that they're just a same-sex species. They don't even have women, so they are technically turbo gay.
At the end, you should reveal the ship is called Turbo Gay or something.
Yeah. Well, Ian Finance, the AI, is Cumin Tome.
That's right. I forgot that.
It's like I want something.
Type that out in the chat if you guys want to.
Yeah, right. I fucking spent a really long time, a lot more time on that than I'd like to admit, but it yielded results, man.
Why was Can't Kill Cade behind COVID and stuff? No, man, I was trying to come up with this bit.
Yeah, I spent a whole year thinking of the gayest sci-fi series I could come up with. That's my whole thing. All this cancel culture shit and forced diversity stuff started happening. And my big stupid troll brain was like, how can I make all of this cool and ridiculous? Just like,
wow, that's the fun way to do it.
Yeah. I'll say this. I showed Beth Mars Attacks tonight because she's never seen it, and it's one of my favorite Tim Burton movies. It's one that doesn't get brought up a lot for some reason. Everybody's always like Nightmare Before Christmas or the Batman movies for their favorite Tim Burton movie. Not my favorite. Mine is actually Big Fish, which lot of people haven't seen, but it's like
that's
an
American
tall tale. Yeah, dude. I like that's a movie that'll
maybe not 10, maybe 20.
Put you damn near tears, if not right in it, man. And
I was so gay for my dad after it.
Oh, dude, that's the whole thing. It's like a movie that deals with some heavy shit in just like a fantastic way. It's like an American fantasy tall tale, and great if you've never seen it. But that and Mars Attacks are like his two favorites of mine. Big Fish being my favorite, but Beth was like, I've never seen Mars Attacks. And then I started it up and didn't realize how fucking like stacked the cast is and how diverse it is and how it just all feels like you couldn't have had anyone else playing the role that they're playing. And I was like, this is just good fucking writing. Like, you don't need to force this. You can literally be doing this diversity shit. No problem. It's just lazy writing. Or the story doesn't call for it, which is the case a lot of times. Like seeing people nowadays bag on John Carpenter's The Thing for being an all-male cast, and I'm just like, God damn it, we are never going to win this war because we're fighting against retards.
Was the dog a male dog?
Yes.
Damn it. Thought we had one for a second.
Yeah, ironically, I'm pretty sure it was.
Ashton Jackal says he doesn't like Big Fish. He doesn't like Big Fish because it's too sad. I'm like that with stuff sometimes. Even if it's good, if it made me sad, I get mad at it. I'm like, fuck you, movie and Hallmark card. Fuck you.
That's honestly how I felt about Pig. Like on the end of the first watch through, I was like, I need to process this because I don't know how to recommend this to fucking anyone right now.
Yeah,
Jaylee, what's up? Ashen, what's up? Good to see you.
All I could think was like what I said to you. I was like, this is one of the best movies I've seen in a couple of years. Like,
yeah, Pig.
But I don't know how to explain
like
it.
I got my ass kicked, but it was by emotions instead of fists, and it was the strangest. I was like, this is what it feels like when a girlfriend wins an argument.
And that feeling of for 2 hours or whatever, I'm like, any second now, I'm gonna laugh at something Nick Cage says. Any second now, I'm gonna laugh. Any second now, and then like he just kept being serious and really good and not
so sincere
and like so good.
And I went the whole movie like, wow, the kid from from fucking Death Note can act, only to find out on the podcast that that's his brother.
Yes.
And he is the good actor all along. He's the kid from Hereditary. Working on a sketch cover for Gods and Gears. Sorry to cut you off, Ryan, but
no, that's worth.
Yeah, there's more important shit going on.
And it's super epic. He sent me the like sketch he was going to do for it, this Hammerella piece, and then now that he's actually put it to the sketch cover, he posted it maybe like an hour, or I saw it like an hour ago, and it's badass.
Yeah,
good job. Good job.
I gotta pick up a bunch of that stuff soon. Now that I'm like, I know I've said this a million times, but like my office is getting closer and closer every day to just being like the final office and not having to do anything. I'm working through Clint's fucking giant wax pack order right now. Had some hiccups with that just because I had some printer head issues and went back and forth with that. But yeah, working on a big order for that. Got another big order for another creator who hasn't announced it yet, so I can't say anything. Waiting around on City of Rot stuff. Potentially need to find a new printer for the newsprint stuff, but we're still waiting on that to be colored, so that doesn't hold anything up at the moment.
Hold on. I just had a pig revelation that I don't know if this is the same for you or not, but now with the movie Pig, that means 2 of my favorite movies are about pigs, because Babe was my other like movie that I really liked that was about a pig.
I formatively cannot remember anything about Babe other than the fact that I loved it as a child.
Damn, Charlotte's Web was really good too.
Yeah, there's a lot of pig things. That might be like gorillas on comic covers, pigs in a movie.
Got me every time.
Yeah, what's up, DJ? Yeah, I'm trying to think of other pig movies now.
And they're all like tearjerkers.
Yeah, maybe someone...
We're all emotional about
maybe
pigs.
The dude who wrote Pig realized that. There was something about that. Because that was the whole thing to me, was like I guess you really couldn't like there's like a weird, I think that's why it hit me so well, is it literally touches on like 3 of the distinct identities of me as like a person. I know we joke about it all the time, the DID Spencer with all my split personalities is like, there's a side of me that's always loved to cook. Like that was a past life before I was ever a writer. I worked in restaurants for a really long time cooking. And then it's like a romance movie, but also it's like a weirdly like a romance movie for just relationships in general in life, not even just like with your significant other. It's like romances and everything. Like it's
business backstabbing.
Yeah, a movie that makes you reflect on every facet of every relationship and thought. Like it makes you think at the end, like, have I been have I been as good as I can be to everyone? And like, was it worth it to be not good to these people and all the shit? It's so fucking weird. And I was like, for a while, I was like, you could have probably done any other thing, but it was like, no, it all fits so nicely and like balances again. Like if he wasn't out hunting for truffles with a pig and was like any other occupation, I don't know how it would make sense. It was like a good meal. Every component of it like harmonized really well. It is fucking so weird.
Well, think about if he had killed every person he interacted with, like in a regular revenge taken kind of movie, that's all it becomes then.
Yeah.
Like, even if he has that same relationship with the people, if he ends up murdering them at the end, because that's just all that is, where this is really about that, like, in the real life, you don't get to erase your problems.
Yeah, and, you have to confront with them, and you have to learn to live with them, and you get to see this person who has had to do that with some of the worst fucking things in life, and like genuinely see them learn to just like cathartically let go is the easiest way to. It's fucking so good. I'm gonna end up watching Pig again all drunk in the middle of the night tonight.
And we don't have to talk about it because I don't want to even spoil anything about it, but I do recommend everyone check out Becky with Kevin James and Lulu, what's her name? From she was in like the is it the Haunting movies or the Awakening? The young blonde girl, Lulu something.
Yeah, sure.
It's dark thriller, horror action kind of stuff. And just because Kevin James and Joel McHale are in it, don't expect to laugh. But it's awesome. I thought it was.
I would like
badass.
to see it just to see what Joel McHale's like in another like serious role, because I feel like that dude is like always on the cusp of like breaking out and doing something serious, and then he reverts back to just sort of playing himself.
Yeah, no, he's solid in. Again, I'm not going to go into it too other than just saying good things about it. You know, like he's extremely solid. Oh, one more thing I'll say that like this might throw some people off. It might entice some people, but to me, it felt like this weird mashup of like Wes Anderson and John Carpenter, with a John Carpenter-esque soundtrack as well.
That had me curious. Oh, another funny thing. The more and more I keep talking about it with Hans and like thinking about it and working on the script, if we were to produce this ourselves, I think I could play the pedophile murderer.
We've always believed you could.
Yeah, right.
We've even said that when you're not around.
I basically need to make a bodysuit that would make me look quite a bit bigger and everything. But I was like, I think I can like do the performance I'm going for and make it really fucking creepy. And I'd also just feel bad unless we hired a professional. Like, I feel bad putting anyone else in that outfit.
You're like, hey, Kevin, you know how you have a baby now? Yeah. I want you to come play a pedophile. Yeah,
you're wearing a mask with a bunch of children's teeth in it. Yeah. You're an absolute monster, and you barely get any sort of I guess punishment for your deeds.
No, that's you'll be able to play any role fine. I don't mean that as like, oh, let me praise your acting ability, but like,
I'll be Nails, but really fat. We'll stencil that old English tattoo on my gut. Wearing the metal mask and everything. Like, I'm supposed to be the most badass character in the movie. Yeah, we based him on Danzig. Jesus, where did you go wrong?
Damn it, you're almost describing Kevin James and Becky, too.
Oh, just a thick, fat man.
Covered in tats.
Yeah,
chest
rigid, old English, fat guy.
German stuff.
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck we would that guy right now is the hardest one, because I'm like, he needs to be like douchey vocalist of a band, and also be like kind of jacked and be able to do a fight scene with a character. But I did like the idea of him jumping down off stage and being smaller than the hero actor, like actual Danzig. But yeah, that's one of the earlier fights, and that's just like a straight up fucking brawl. And I think for the kill on that, the hero pulls his mask off and like threads his ring and middle finger through the eye holes of the mask and holds it like brass knuckles and fucking caves the dude's head in with the like mouth of the mask. And so I have to make like one of those skulls we talked about earlier, where it's like a plaster skull shell. You do a bunch of latex fat tissue and muscle tissue and everything all over to hold it together. And then you put like real eyes in it.
Okay, so we're going to play a game soon with the patrons in a private episode. Maybe we'll do it on this channel too. I'm making this all up now.
Beth's doing a life cast of my head soon, and that video is going to go on the Patreon first. So you just reminded me of that. Sorry,
let me spit this out while it's fresh. So the game will be, we'll read items, we'll read like quotes or comments that are either from our DMs or from real serial killers' journals.
Good luck.
The fans and viewers have to guess which is which, and that'll be the game. Because like, holy crap, you describing all the stuff you're talking about now is not bad at all.
Oh, yeah,
but in
I'm
the
on,
DMs where it's all like, I need to figure out how to collect all these baby teeth. I need to figure out what to do with these baby teeth and how to stick them to the
Guys,
feather.
I just found a bag of teeth while I was unpacking my office. It's all children's teeth. Like, plastic, of course. Like, yeah. That's what happens when you're trying to make a genuinely scary movie. I can't wait to
curse or serial killer.
I can't wait to go to the pitch meeting with the studio and be like, so yeah, I made this with like $300. I just want like $500,000 from you guys. Like,
but yeah, I gotta write that down. Remember that game. Sorry, I just whacked my mic too.
Yeah, I gotta get more teeth or print some out.
See, that's the stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, there's information in the chat for information about teeth.
Yeah. What's up, Eliza Bar? Sorry, I don't think I said that. I saw you pop in.
Peter Engstrom's in there now too, hanging out.
Yes. Oh, dude.
Kids must be in bed. See, Peter's with me. Wes Anderson meets John Carpenter. I'm sold.
Yeah, no, you said that in the DMs earlier. I was like, damn, I guess I'm gonna have to check this movie out. And I'm not even like anti Kevin James, because like after hearing testimonials from a bunch of MMA fighters when he did Here Comes the Boom, and they were like, nah, dude, he like got in and actually trained, and like he actually had been doing BJJ for years before that movie and is an actual huge fight fan and stuff. I was like, oh, he's a legitimate dude. He's just like a corny dude, and you can't fucking like change who you are at the end of the day.
I've never had a problem with him.
And then fucking Becky got announced. And I was like, oh.
You're out there, Kevin, if you're listening.
Yeah, no, I love to see guys like that, you know, went out and crushed it and already made all their fucking money, still like going out and taking risks and doing cool shit. And it was like, to play a fucking white supremacist in a movie is a touchy subject these days. And he did it like last year, the year before, something like that. It wasn't that long ago. And I remember people were like, is this a good idea?
No, he's even got a decent, pretty funny YouTube channel for a celebrity type person.
Oh, I didn't know that. Jack Black's got a great one too for being. I mean, I understand some people can't tolerate Jack Black, but he was one of the ones I forgot was in Mars Attacks. He's the crazy military son.
Yeah, he was kind of new then.
Yeah, and absolutely hilarious. It looks like he just based his whole character on Private Pile from Full Metal Jacket.
Oh yeah.
He's just like a ridiculous like parody of Private Pile. But yeah, I didn't know Kevin James had a YouTube channel too. I'll have to see what that's all about.
Yeah, well, I'll spit out just a couple of things that he does that are funny,
Those
and they're extremely well done. Like he did an ASMR cooking thing that was like him just being super sexy, cutting up vegetables and like splashing water on stuff, but it was like this insane like the highest quality HD and lighting and backlighting and camera work, like all this stuff. And then he does a series where he's the sound guy in classic movies, and he's trying to get them to like do their lines again and stuff. And it's edited and like it's super high quality. All the stuff's really funny. And then he does like I think a few fake trailers.
Oh, did you see, this is like completely off base, but did you see that video I sent you guys the other night from that new Back 4 Blood game where the zombies yell the N-word like full blast?
What? No, I missed that.
It's like crackly zombie voices, but they straight up, it's like multiple different recordings throughout the game. And some streamer was playing it and clipped it. And just a zombie will like run right at you. And it's something about what it's the like inconsequential, like guttural noises it's yelling. And the it's like, was it like 360 sound or something they call it? It's got some weird shit now where the sound has like crazy panning depth and stuff that it's supposed to be as close to like real, like audio in real time around you. Not like you're wearing headphones so you can like hear the distance to the left of you they are and stuff like that. There's something about like the weird panning effects and these guttural noises that it makes that like there's multiple tracks of these things just yelling the N-word essentially. And
so it is an error. It's just a perfect storm.
They're hoping it is. And that's what it sounds like to me. Like if you know anything about audio, it's just this weird, like you can hear the audio throw from one ear to the other, and it's just the right like phonetic sounds in the right order all at once. That's like, oh God, like and the streamer hears it, is like, excuse me? And it's just like stops for a moment, and then another one comes running by screaming it, and he's like, oh hell no. Like it's wild. Here.
Gonna get a visual on this?
Yeah.
Thank you all for hanging out. It's super cool to see you guys. It's been a while since we had a Tuesday with us and Jeff. I think by next week we might be back to doing that. We do have regular episodes going up on the Patreon, and I believe that there is a link for that in well, if you go over to Patreon and look us up.
Oh man, I didn't even notice when I saw the original video. The streamer who caught it was a black dude.
It's like,
yeah, and evidently they responded to it now. I need to read what they said.
The zombies, they're like, we're sorry, we did not mean to offend. Brains.
It was a tasteless joke. We have irony poisoning.
Hey, look at this big fuck. Shut up. Shut up.
Wait, is it gonna be bleeped out here?
What did that zombie say?
Sorry.
What did he say?
Yeah, it's bad.
What did that zombie say? What did that zombie say?
Yeah, and it's not the one right in front of him. It's one off to the right running by, and it just inconsequentially yells it. And
like, is somebody else playing that? Is Dog the Bounty Hunter playing that character?
Yeah, when I sent it to you guys, it was a whole thread because it then became a meme where everybody went into the game and just started finding zombies yelling it and clipping their own clips. And it is just out of control. I need to now check what the fuck WB said to it. And it's just like you can hear it too. It like starts in the back of the headphones if you have the right headphones for it, and pans like all the way forward to the front as it's running by.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, real great.
They're like, oh, we were just trying to get you to hate the zombies more. That's all.
We're trying to make the most relatable game in 2021. Yeah. We wanted people to buy our game. The left seems to really love this word.
Welcome Simonin7. He shows up, and he's the 7th viewer. I wonder if he just looks for streams with 6 people in and jumps in so he can be number 7. Welcome, buddy.
Yeah, they said it's the result of 2 different growl tracks that are basically like corrupting and playing simultaneously. And
hey,
when
you've almost gotten in trouble for that before.
Yeah. Yeah, when trying to mix Danzig and Disney into one word, don't play with that one, guys, if you have dyslexia.
But if you do it over on Geronimo Draws.
Yeah, I'm like, oh god, dude.
I've never seen you shy away from anything you said, and like you weren't even on camera, and I could feel you pull back from the computer.
Yeah, because like, I'm not that like, guy. I was like, yeah, I need to walk away and smoke a cigarette really quick. I don't know what just happened.
Like, did I just punch myself in the head? What the fuck happened?
It's like possessed by some Confederate ghost. What the fuck? Like, Something almost made me say it. Guys, I think my house is haunted. Yeah, no, that was that's a fucking weird night. Don't ever try to do that when you're dyslexic as all fuck. You had me doing something else too.
Who, me?
No, you didn't like. You didn't like. I say like.
I never start anything around here.
Say some slurs. Just pistol whipping me. Show me your racism.
I know it's in there.
Peter, sure. I missed a fun story, apparently. Yeah, just never try to mash Danzig and Disney together.
Yeah.
I
laughed.
Yeah. I tried to do it in my head and it started to come out and it didn't sound good.
I think I even got like a DM from Jeff like 3 seconds later, like, whoa.
Yeah. Screenshotted. Let's cancel him. He just videotapes every stream we do. I started to say Diz, like the beginning of Disney, and then tried to mash in and Zig and realized where it was going before any of the syllables fully came out and went, oh yeah, no, we're not playing this game.
If it was being typed out, you'd be like, oh, is he going to say night?
Yeah.
If you're reading the transcript, there's still hope for a moment. You're like, is he going to say night?
Eliza Barr, stop explaining it. Sorry, my autism loves to explain jokes.
It'll just turn into, let me reenact it completely here.
Yeah, I'm going to slip up. That was like, whoa, how did I see that going anywhere else? And then that just made I don't remember where we came up with it after that, if it was the same night or not, but the Black Danzig, which now I don't know if you were there for or not. But it was like an alternate reality where Danzig was just a black guy.
I don't know. I don't remember if I was there for that or not.
And just
I don't remember.
I don't even remember if I told
was.
you guys that. It might have just been me riffing to myself and Beth.
Well, that's also been a dozen things on here. I think Jeff said it. I'm like, oh, Jeff, that was horrible. And then I'll listen back. I'm like, oh, I said that? Shit.
Yeah, the whole idea was he's, like the exact opposite. He's not like a little manlet. He's a giant black Danzig. Nothing really different. He'd just be a blurred, I guess. Fucking still reading comic books and making really weird homoerotic metal and loving Elvis. Same exact hair. Just
it's all straightened, chemically straightened.
Beautifully relaxed hair. He'd be like a goth prince. Or a more goth prince, I guess. I gotta fit him into Action City, man.
Now you're starting to turn me on with this description. Whoa, yeah, hey.
Black Danzig needs to be a recurring character in Action City.
Yes, definitely.
I think I'm unveiling that with just the anchor intro. Doesn't really need to be too much of a bit. But it might have an anchor intro and then sort of like...
Damn it, Peter. Moving on. Keep going. Keep going.
This is why I need the soundboard with the X-Files sound and other stuff. I don't pronounce G's. Don't read that. Yeah, right. Peter, delete that so YouTube doesn't fuck you.
Peter's like, I'm already off Twitter.
Not even I went that far. That's the road it seemed like I was about to go down when I caught myself. Thank God that was a night where I wasn't drinking or anything, because I would have just said that and not realized what I said till like 2 minutes later when I'm like, why is everybody gasping? Yeah. It was kind of just like I waved a loaded gun around the room. It was like, whoa! You almost did something crazy for a second. Like,
we didn't even think you ever had a gun.
Right? Where the fuck did that gun come from? We were talking about Danzig and Disney.
Anyways, I think we're back into explaining mode. We need to. We're getting called mansplainers in the chat.
Mansplainers. I'm sorry.
Hey, the word "man" is in it, and I'm still pretty stoked to be called it.
Yeah. As long as I'm manly, I don't care what I'm doing, even if it's another man. No, the Action City stuff. It's probably going to be the anchor intro, and then sort of some flashes of bits to come on other characters and things, like the Governator and all of that.
Have you explained it all publicly? What Action City is?
I think I talked a little bit about it. Yeah, so Action City News is the name of the stupid fucking animation thing we're putting together. I say stupid because it's pretty much written by us while I'm drunk. And it's gonna look cool because Pedro's doing a lot of the... oh, that one sounds like just a rapper's name almost. These are getting out of control, guys. Calm down.
Stop trying to get Spencer to say things.
Yeah,
like,
right.
if we just make a list of them,
I keep going to read comments and then being like, oh, no.
We need to have blinders for you that you can flip down. We're like, just flip your blinder down, Spencer.
Yeah,
Cut
but
off
it's
the list.
I think I mentioned that it's kind of like retarded Last Action Hero. It's a city that's like a never-ending Michael Bay movie. Just action movie inspired to the absolute max. Really fucking dumb. I think the Me Too face bit might be in there.
Nice.
Thank God for parody laws, I'll say that. But I thought animating that one would be fucking hilarious. A lot of it's just like cutaways and weird shit, fake trailers. We got that Prejudice to the Extreme one that I wrote, which might be one of the first ones.
And I have tons of stuff in my notes too that we haven't even gotten to.
Yeah, there's
just stuff from us spitballing ideas and
I kind of want to reach out
notes
to the Cumtown dudes and see if they would be interested. Like once we have some stuff up, be like, I want to put together like a power hour of just like a bunch of bits and see if there's other dudes with other podcasts that have shit that would like fit into the world. Cause like if I could get them on board and we could do like the Gun Wish, the one I was telling you about the other day where it's Death Wish, but the guy just finds a gun.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go shoot some Puerto Rican teenagers. Like it's the most, you look up the
try to hit me with that crowbar.
Yeah, like that is a
bang,
direct yeah, that is a direct quote, the Puerto Rican teenagers line. Like look up the Cumtown fucking Death Wish bit sometime. It's absolutely nuts. I want to see Spencer versus Stav shirts off. I think Stav's bigger than me, but he's also like much shorter than me. I could probably
take out your legs. He'll take out your skinny legs.
Yeah, I could probably make that happen in the near future. You see, some states are now making it illegal for vaccine mandates. It's unconstitutional, and now that it's coming out that all of the liability is on the employer that forces you to get vaccinated, all of a sudden a lot of people are not really talking about it anymore. I've always been to each his own, do whatever the fuck you want kind of person, but really funny that now people aren't going to be able to profit off of it. We're not going to hear about it anymore. Hilarious.
Anyways, back to Stavros.
Yeah, back to being fat and Greek.
I think he would at least respond to you.
Well, I thought of that because I was like, I might go up for a
approachable.
show soon, and I was originally like, oh god, I'm gonna have to get vaccinated for Beth and everything, and all of this going places and having to be fucking vaccinated to go, especially in New York right now. I have to imagine I have to prove I'm vaccinated everywhere like a wild animal. And I look like a homeless guy. Like, I go up there, they're going to be like, who let this hobo in?
You got a bag of teeth. Like,
yeah.
I think he's trying to give I think he's trying to fill in Stavros' gap.
Yeah. I got a bag of teeth and a screenplay to hand off. Get Stav to play baby teeth.
Oh, damn.
I got the perfect role for you. It's going to ruin your career. You will literally never be in anything again. You could hear how Greek he is through the mask. Yeah, no, that would be funny. Yes, what's up, Jeff Potts? We talked about this already because you know who we're talking to for the lead and everything, but if we produce it on a micro budget, the reality is we might actually get a bunch of comedians from the New England area, and if I could somehow get any of the Cumtown dudes on board, that'd be ridiculous. Get Adam.
I don't even want to be here, but the other two told me they were going to be here, and they just didn't show up.
90 pounds. Like, come on, man, look menacing. Why are you like that?
I'm SAG. You're paying me SAG wages, right? You're like,
yeah,
fuck! Right? Get out of here!
Son of a bitch, you're union? We said no fucking unions. Are you the one that can't read? If you stopped with a huge bag of meth, just say you're unvaccinated. The cops will totally ignore the meth. Oh, good to know. This meth is my cloak of invisibility. You throw the meth in one direction, the cops always chase the meth.
You start smoking it, and that's how you turn invisible. You're like, oh, quick, I gotta smoke it.
Yeah, that's why people walk naked through the street high on meth. They're like, all right, I'm invisible now. Just have to disrobe.
In 8th grade, we ding-dong ditched, or 7th or 8th grade, we ding-dong ditched somebody's house. And one of my friends was not the giant like you, but the giant like a basketball player giant kind of guy. Like just the like super tall, like lanky, lumbering kind of kid. Yeah. Probably like 6'5" in 8th grade.
Not a big fat idiot.
No, but he like looked like a twig, but just super tall. And
yeah, it's like my buddy Walter. Just like Frankenstein guy.
Bailing down the street, and we all go different directions, hop fences, this, that. He literally curls up in the street, like in a ball, and puts his hands over his head. And like the guy from the house like caught up to him and like started yelling at him, and then like realized he was just some like young kid and this or that. But later on we're like, why did you curl up in a ball? He's like, I just thought hide. And my first instinct was to curl up into a ball. I was like, we're never taking him anywhere with us ever again. Like, motherfucker's going to curl up in a ball in the street.
So big, no blood ever made it to his brain.
Damn it. Never make him run again, I guess. Jeez.
Yeah, I started running. I got lightheaded, so I just laid down. That's fucking wacky.
Speaking of meth, all this meth stuff, I tried this Coca-Cola with coffee today.
Oh, how's that?
I kind of liked it at first, and I don't know, I drank like maybe a quarter of the can, and I don't usually get like crazy effects from caffeine, especially this little, but I started like, it was like drinking a Jolt Cola when I was in junior high or something. I was just like vibrating from it. But it's kind of weird. It's good for a couple sips. It almost tastes like a chocolate cola or something, but then I don't know. All of a sudden,
fucking weird.
Then it seems weird when it's the coffee flavor kicks through with the bubbles. That's when it gets weird. Is the coffee and the bubbles. But no, I got it right here, and that's the meth. It just reminded me of this afternoon. Like I was trying to drink that, and it was just like I was literally like vibrating from it. And I was like, oh my gosh. I think that's when I was like, hey, do you want to stream tonight and do a couple Patreon episodes? Because I'm ready to go.
Wait, he refuses to say he is or isn't vaccinated. He is just a sorry wanker. Who, Rogan? He's like, I don't even know anymore. This sounds like he's drinking meth. Yes.
My drink of invisibility. Now I will roam the streets.
I wish caffeine makes me crazy. Caffeine makes me just like a normal ass dude.
Yeah, if I have it early in the not late at night. Late at night it'll just keep me up, but if I have it during the day, it just kind of keeps me from wanting to take a nap. Because damn, I like taking a nap.
I'm assuming if Rogan's not saying anything, that he probably just got vaccinated and didn't want like half his audience to be all mad that he was like, be skeptical, but then went and did it himself. But I mean, it doesn't really matter. He got fucking COVID either way. So whether he was vaccinated or not, it didn't fucking work out for him either way. He's back on his feet. I think all that shit's goofy. I think we just have another flu in our life, and we just got to kind of fucking deal with it. It's just another part of fucking existing on this wacky planet.
Peter says he once drank 2 Cokes and an ephedrine pill. That sounds like a... Yeah, shakes.
Yeah,
for
dude, I
shakes
just shake on my own from like damage to my hands, but god damn, dude. You know there's cocaine. You can just do that. It's probably safer at that point.
Eliza Bar says, Ryan, a meth win. I say, a meth, brother.
All right.
And Ashton Jackal says, caffeine makes me super sleepy for some reason. Yeah, some people have reverse effects to like stuff like that, narcotics and things like that.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, my dad was like that for a really long time. Caffeine used to have no effect on me until I was in like my late 30s. And then,
I mean, I had a buddy though that said he like basically was classified as like allergic to weed, but he would smoke it and it was like an upper for him, which I had never heard of. He just had some sort of weird, rare adverse reaction to it where smoking weed was like doing cocaine for him. He'd just get like really loud and easily excited.
Yeah, I remember when I was younger, some of my friends were tequila heads, and they used to say getting high on tequila or stoned on tequila. And I was like, that's so stupid to say that about a drink. And then they were like, no, try this tequila. Let's drink like this, and we're going to drink like this through the night. And I was like, oh, tequila's a little different. Oh, it's like very much like
it's
a drug.
Violent on tequila for me.
Yeah, see, I never got like that with tequila. It was always like I got more rambunctious. Like, so I used to do a shot like before we'd go on stage because it would make me more energetic during our set. But man, I haven't had tequila in a long time, or absinthe.
Yeah, I'm like, once I'm off the deep end with tequila, like I could wake up and have beaten a bunch of people to death and been like, yeah, this tracks. Like, shouldn't have drank tequila. Like, I know myself on this. Like,
so when we finally hang out, is there like a secret? Does Beth have a thing? She like rubs your palm. She's like, the sun's going down, big fella.
Yeah, right. No, I just drink whiskey and I'm like happy, have a good time. Like, I can drink whiskey all night and not be an absolute animal. Something about you give me like 3 shots of tequila and bump into me and don't apologize at like a club, and I'm like, I'm going to see what this guy's brains look like.
Oh, tequila makes you all about manners.
Yeah, right. That's what it is. You finally.
I really care about manners when I'm drunk on tequila.
You rude motherfucker. Yeah.
Peter thought he was allergic to weed. Turns out he just didn't like it.
Absinthe tequila. That's called being a nerd. Allergic to weed. Yeah, it's a real thing. A real lame thing.
Yeah, we had a friend find out when we were young by him smoking weed and then everything closing up. And then,
almost dying in our room while we proceeded to laugh at him because we were all baked.
Look, he's pretending he needs his inhaler.
No, Ashton, I flagged it to watch later, but I've been in a hellhole trying to finish my own stuff lately.
Oh, I'm curious. Is this a video he did?
Yes, he did a fan theory video on Friday the 13th in The Grudge. I just haven't watched it yet.
No, I'll watch that. I'll check that out later.
I'm getting peer pressured. I'm going to watch it, guys.
They're like, right now.
Yeah, it's like there's very few channels that I do yet. We're going to watch his 30-minute thesis right now on the channel, and I'm going to be right back. You guys are really triggering my autism tonight. They're like, what? You want more lists? Let's do this. We need to not talk about COVID because that just gets me like, let me read some statistics to you. Like I can't help myself. No. Ash cans are coming along really nicely. I talked about it.
Explain what ash cans. Start at the top. What do you?
Yes, the ash cans for Return to Camp Rainbow. I explained a little bit about it on a previous stream. I then made a post for the patron dudes. Most of them agreed they're cool with us selling the extras to people outside the Patreon if they don't want to join up for the podcast and all that. Pay that kind of money. We will have ash cans available. I'm not sure how many there will be because patrons come first. I think I'm doing 50 of them all together max. They're hand numbered. Some cool shit in it. It's the first like 10 pages, all lettered, black and white, ash can size, colored cover stock. Ryan came up with the brilliant idea of doing sketch covers, so the patrons who back us for $20 a month, those crazy bastards, you'll be getting a sketch cover ash can that Jeff will be doing a sweet little sketch on for you. Yeah, so very exciting stuff. Along with, you get a sketch cover one and then 2 regular signed copies of the ash can, because the $20 ones are getting 3 of them if you've been following along for 3 or more months, because I know the majority of you guys have.
Thank you.
Yes, $5 patrons are all getting at least one, a little swag bag, some stickers and shit like that. And patrons, yours are signed by me for sure. And I think I'm going to ship them down to Jeff to get what's it called? Get Jeff to sign them as well. Trying to think of what else. Already got all
G-E-O-F-F.
Yeah, I already got all the stickers and everything bagged up. Jeff had to take an emergency trip, so when he gets back, he'll be getting back to the last half of the first issue. Once that's done, I think he's doing the Blood Realm stuff he's got to do, and then we're into Hellseekers issue 1. I don't count Jason Goes to Hell or Jason X as canon, LOL. Oh, man.
That's fair.
It's going to get convoluted quick. Adults can talk about the C word. It's only retards who cannot speak about it rationally. That's the problem. I'm retarded. Yeah, no, I don't care because I'm like indifferent to it at this point. Like I was like, I was going to get vaccinated if I needed to for this production shit. But now it's seeming like I don't need to. So I'm like, I don't fucking go anywhere anyways. And I'm like one of those people where I'm like, I get too sick and I'm going to die. Just take me out in the field and shoot me. Remember me when I was cool.
I thought he was talking about the actual C word. So my brain was thinking like,
yeah,
oh, it'd be funny. Yeah, it'd be funny to switch the R and the C word around to play it safe. And you'd be like, oh, you're a C-tard. What do you runt? Nobody
can talk about cunt anymore unless we're retarded.
I was like, who's talking about the C word? Like, we never talk about that stuff. We only talk about dicks.
Jason C. Yeah, that's the weirdest installment. The C does not stand for canon, I'll tell you that much. Inflation is out of control. There's so much I want. Oh, God, we're getting into this has become a political channel. You guys are triggering my autismo.
Matisimo. I'm a Mario with a Maratissimo. You got a list? Let's go.
Part 9 stray dog variants are dope. I don't know what's going on anymore. Oh, Beth coughing. That didn't sound good. That is a luxury that I have too. Yeah, yes. Don't you dare die, you fucker.
You've promised so much stuff.
Yeah, right. You got us on the hook, you son of a bitch. You better deliver.
That would be your eulogy and stuff. It would be
just come in and I'm a shriveled corpse.
Yeah, Spencer. They're like, Jeff, would you like to say a few words? He's like, yeah. Spencer promised me a bunch of work that isn't there now.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping I can line everything up once the newsprint stuff is in, and we can fly Jeffrey in and get him to sign some books. If we still have that in the budget and everything, we're really hoping for that.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be going to Japan, so I might have some extra time when I'm done with Hammerella to fly around.
Oh, shit. I'm going to have to go buy some microphones and shit, too. Jeff, you're not getting paid. No. Yeah, no, that would be awesome. I would definitely set up for that. But, yeah, I want to get Jeff out at least to sign the books if I can afford to do that. I don't want him to have to pay out of pocket. Do that up. I already have a shitload of stamps and everything just from the day job. I've been stacking stamps forever because I do so much shipping and I get them for cheap through my day job. So most of the shipping is already handled and everything. It's really just like boxing it all up and putting stamps on them and everything. But once Jeff's here to sign, I can put them to work. Get everything out to dudes if we do end up getting them out here. Otherwise, I will just sign everything and get them out. But I am really gunning for getting Jeff here because I'd also like to shoot a video for Camp Rainbow and get that campaign up and going instantly because that's one that's done. And I kind of want to do a campaign where we're like, hey, this last one got fucked by COVID, but here's us knowing what we're doing now. We hit funding, we're going to print. It won't be any wacky bullshit this time around. And
if YouTube does tag you for saying COVID, you should just start saying cunt instead of COVID.
Yeah. Guys, I've got cunt.
I have cunt 19.
It seems I've come down with the Delta variant of cunt. Succumb to the cunt.
If you look at the numbers, so few people have died from cunt.
Yeah. Statistically, cunt is barely fatal.
How do we protect our children from cunt?
Speaking of Jeff, I just got Geronimo Draws Wirehead the other day. It looks amazing. Can't wait to smoke and read that. Hell yeah. I had the cunt. It went away in 5 days. Hopefully it never comes back. Yeah, man. Wirehead's great. Jeff absolutely killed his part on it. That's why I'm so stoked for everybody to see City of Rot. City of Rot I love because we out the gate we're like, we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. It's a zombie book. We're like, it's gonna be some one-dimensional grindhouse schlock. Get ready for it. And people were just like, I love that. But there's more to it. I was just being a cheeky bastard. And I'm really proud of the end of all of it and everything. So I'm excited to actually get it out now. And really, really looking forward to it. Lighting effects could use some updating for sure. But makeup and prosthetics still look good. What are we talking about, guys? I feel like I'm fucking hallucinating. What did I miss?
Highwayman? Professional Highwayman?
Highwayman sounds like a porno.
Oh, your day job.
Every Hellraiser film, I think, is what they're talking about.
There we go.
But do the zombies drop pen bombs in City of Rot? Yeah, no, we weren't that ahead of the curve. We're just damn it, we had to take it out because Back for Blood did it. someone beat us to it again. All our good ideas. Just that's that character we came up with on the pod, the worst pitch man ever. That's where Sped came from. Just pitching terrible fucking movies to Hollywood. It's like if I had the misfortune of being born on the West Coast instead of the East Coast, that's the guy I would be right now. I'd be the guy blacklisted from like all the biggest studios. Like, don't let this man in. He has the most insane pitches for movies.
Cut to you acting out Sped. I'm gonna say it.
Oh,
they're looking at each other like, what the fuck?
Wait, is there still a bomb? Yes.
Is this an actual pitch, or did someone let a homeless man in here?
Yeah. Dennis Hopper's still the bad guy technically, and there is still a bomb on the bus. But we don't get there because this thing with the retard is crazy, right? And that's where everybody's on the bus is at. We're all like, whoa! But then, like, we start to reason with it, man. We're like, oh, he doesn't know.
He doesn't know better. Look at him. Oh.
I love the idea of just like halfway through the trailer, Keanu Reeves' character is just sitting down and giving up, like holstered his gun, just back to riding the bus like a regular person.
Now, I think I've told you before, I may have said it on here, but I had a comic called Hiding in Time with Image Comics.
Yes.
And the main character is this like black nerdy guy. And at the end of the book, one of the bad guys calls him the N-word, and that's what like triggers him to pull the trigger on the guy. And they sort of, bleeped it out in a sense. It was like N and then like the expletive symbols,
Yeah.
And I remember trying to tell them, I was like, no, just put it in there because we're not saying it. The bad guy's saying it. Yeah. So like I was like thinking of it like as a Tarantino movie. And then finally my writer friend was like, dude, I'm kind of with you, but he's like, but you're not the guy who looks like a skinhead because he's a shaved head white guy. Yeah. Like, and he looks mad all the time. And he was just like, he's like, the editors recommended it. And I was like, you know what? Who knows if 10 years from now, this could come to bite me in the ass. and I was thinking about it like a couple months ago. I'm like, oh, that totally would have bit us in the ass. Like someone would have found that now and been like, these guys are racist.
Yeah, immediately.
Even though it's like, no, that's the hero gets called that and then kills people because of it. But no, it just like that really would have been funny though. Like my bald skinhead looking friend.
Oh
like,
man,
like, thanks Ryan. Thanks for talking me into doing that.
There is things like I don't draw the line at any of that in writing. Not that I've put any of that in my writing, but if the story calls for it, the story calls for it, especially if you're going to be doing something historical or whatever. And if that's the moment, that's the moment. I'm kind of one of those people that's just like, whatever, you fucking live with it. What are people going to do to you? Like you're always going to get shit no matter what. What's wrong with saying nerd? Yeah, it's one of those things where I'm just like, that's the same thing when people give Tarantino shit. I'm like, it got a reaction out of you. It got you to see the movie. Fucking, I know a lot of my black friends and family personally fucking love Django Unchained and don't really talk much about a lot of other Tarantino movies. Like when that came out, I went and saw it with one of my cousins and they went fucking ape shit for it. And I think it's like one of his like all right movies. But it's definitely heavy with the fucking N-word.
Did you say alt-right?
Yeah, right.
I knew it.
The alt-right side of my family. That's a funny thing because they are all like super Republican, right wing. My Irish side of my family is all hardcore liberal. I don't know how I keep getting here tonight. God damn it.
God damn it.
All this socio-political bullshit. What's wrong with saying nerd? Yeah, someone say something else. I wish Will Smith was in Django. Probably would have had more charisma. I am also kind of like a Jamie Foxx falls flat kind of person. I think that's why that one doesn't really do it for me. But it's also
fine. I thought the movie was better than he was.
Yeah, no, that's the whole thing. Like, the movie works as a whole, and I get what he was going for, but it's not like a Tarantino one that I'm like wanting to rush back to constantly. And it's not even because of the language in it or anything. That's my whole thing is like I feel like a lot of times people use that as a crutch to criticize art. It's easier to be like, oh, they said a fucking bad word, so it sucks, as opposed to actually like being critical about something. Mm-hmm. You can say that about anything. It doesn't have to just be the fucking N-word or anything like that. There's a lot of low-hanging fruit for that people go for. That's the like main thing that people crucify Tarantino on all the time is that he writes from perspectives that aren't his own and does it very heavy-handed and controversially. And he's like, yeah, no shit, I'm a fucking writer. My job is to get you to react to something. Like, I want you to walk out, whether you're pissed off, you're happy, you're upset, whatever. Like, I want you to walk out in visceral reaction. What was it? I saw something recently. I think is it James Badgedale? Is that his name? He's in Standoff at Sparrow Creek. He's been a bunch of other stuff. He's a solid actor. He was in that Empty Man movie more recently, too. The Empty Man. He's the main character in that. He worked on a movie with Steve McQueen, and Steve McQueen said the same thing. It was basically like, I don't give a shit if you hate my fucking movie. It's still got a reaction out of you. Like, if you feel that strongly about something, then he did his job right. Especially if you then go write a fucking scathing review about it. Like Steve McQueen, one of the coolest fucking dudes to ever walk the earth, is just like, hell yeah, you hated my movie. Success.
So cool.
I love that shit. Yeah. Because it's just like, at the end of the day, it doesn't change shit for you, which is why I try to explain this to people. Just keep fucking kicking ass and doing your own thing. Are you happy with it? What are you not happy with? Okay, improve on that next time and keep fucking moving. Who gives a shit what everybody else thinks? You got the people who like your shit, you hang with those people and you keep doing your thing, and everybody else just fucking don't give them oxygen. Empty Man was not as bad as critics say. Disjointed, yes, but worth watching. That is pretty much exactly how I explained it too, and I hear the comic book is even better. I just haven't been able to find a copy. I'd like to pick them up out in the wild, and I haven't stumbled across it because it's a bit older.
So jumping back to DJ2K says Tarantino wrote Django for Will Smith, which I didn't know. Now I could picture him in that role, and I could, like you said, more charisma.
Will Smith's just the king of like passing on big movies constantly and making terrible choices.
But what I really miss from that, and it makes me miss Jeff right now, is I can picture Jeff doing whatever Will Smith song he could have created for Django Unchained, like Wild West, but for Django. It's like, yo, my slave bitch was trapped by somebody else.
I'm just looking really quick here. What do we got? Actor. So, yeah, he turned down Django Unchained to do Men in Black 3.
Ooh.
And technically, it wasn't even Men in Black 3. He would have just been in like pre-pro for Men in Black 3 at most. So he probably just wanted some downtime before he had to go make a dog shit movie. So I don't remember that third one being very good.
It wasn't that bad. It just kind of was. It was a little heavy-handed on like
the one with like story. Jermaine from Flight of the Conchords, right?
Yeah. So it had like some funny scenes and some good parts, like some decent lore to that world and stuff, but it was a little like trying so hard to pull on the heartstrings, and the way like
I remember
Will Smith's
it really
dad was one of the agents and stuff.
I remember it really trying to like be big like the other ones too, and it just not having like the same like charm that all the characters had in the first two. And
then the new one was complete dog crap.
Isn't what's his face like barely in it? Tommy Lee Jones, didn't they replace him?
Yeah, because it's Thor and Valkyrie take over.
That's what it was.
The new pair, and it's literally like played out like a joke. Like even my wife was calling it out. She's like, "This is like when people whine about like, oh, the female character did this, or this, and it was like they were like this, and they usually it isn't that bad." She's like, "This is that bad. This is like she's just walks into MIB." Like somehow she figured it out, just like, oh, I'm just so smart. I figured out how to walk in here. And then she's like, oh, I'm better than all you. Oh, give me a job. And like, just like, she was literally just like walked through the movie telling them to give her stuff. And that's how the whole movie went. It was so bizarre. And then what's his name? Thor was there to just, I don't know, be the handsome man in the movie and at least deliver, I think, a couple funny lines, but it was.
What happened in MIB 2? Why is everybody saying that one was crap? I don't remember that one being that bad.
I thought that one was okay too, but I haven't rewatched these in a long time either. And they were always kind of like Saturday afternoon while you're like cleaning the house or doing other stuff, like it's on TBS kind of thing. Like I would rarely like sit and rewatch these. That was the one I think Knoxville was in it.
Yeah, that had the slutty lady in it.
Yeah, I thought that was okay.
The first two are solid. I think the second one was just not as good as the first one, but the third one is definitely worse than and the third one is like a shitload of CGI. Like the second one still has a ton of amazing prosthetic effects and stuff in it. Like, you guys are wild. I think the worst part of the second one is Knoxville. Part 4 is the one that's the one with Thor and the chick. I haven't even seen that one, but no, part 3 is where they get rid of Kay or whatever the hell, right? It's Kay who's Tommy Lee Jones. Doesn't he like retire and they replace him with someone else? And it's all about Will Smith like finding out his dad was an agent.
So cheesy. Yeah, that was the third one, and then the fourth one, International, is
Jermaine's the stupid villain with the goggle eyes and like shark teeth.
DJ 2K coming in with like good sense here. He says Anthony Mackie and Chris Hemsworth should have been in MIB 4. Hollywood completely sidelines good black actors now. Anthony Mackie is great.
Josh Brolin. God damn it! Why couldn't I remember who that was?
Yes,
it's Josh Brolin.
It's your duty as an American to never forget Josh Brolin's name. So
he was the one again. They were putting him in everything at the time. So
yeah, no, they were. But I'm saying about Anthony Mackie, he's one of those people. I know he's in a bunch of stuff, but like, I feel like he's being wasted. I feel like he could be doing much cooler roles, much better roles. Like, I know Falcon is like huge, as in like the scope of the world, like knowing it, but I think he could be doing.
Yeah, Anthony Mackie's a great actor that should be doing like good. Like he did that movie with the guys who did The Endless, Synchronic. That's kind of like not that great of a script. It's kind of weird and falters in places, but overall, like Mackie is really good in it. The other dude that's in it is great too, and I kept thinking it was the kid who played Iron Fist, but I don't think it is actually him. It's called Synchronic, and I think it's on Netflix still.
I know about it, but I haven't seen it yet.
The Endless I really liked. It's like this weird, like almost found footage cult movie that these two dudes that direct movies together. I can't think of their names right now. I've been drinking too much already, but here, let me pull it up.
Yeah, while you do that, I'll talk to James Lee here. He says one of the best non-CGI movies is Dragon Slayer. That whole movie, the dragon is amazing and still holds its own today, to which Simon and Seven agrees. Yeah, I agree too. I rewatched it last year and was really surprised at, like, it was only dated in the sense that, like, it kind of had the film stock quality of an 80s movie. But other than that,
I love that though.
The directing, I like that look too, because by quality I don't mean like poor or good, I just mean style almost. But it's so well directed, and that just everything that's like well directed and well shot. Like even the story could be crap if it kind of visually moves me through it. I enjoy myself. But that movie, the story's solid, the script is great. It's really funny that kid is the guy from Ghostbusters 2.
It's Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead are the guys who did The Endless and Synchronic. The Endless, though, I can't remember. It doesn't say on here what their budget was, but I remember hearing something where their budget was like not a lot. Like I don't even think it broke $100,000, and it made $957,000 at the box office. Made almost $1 million at the box office, and like there's shots in it that look absolutely fucking awesome. Yeah, like this giant statue. And yeah, this giant statue here that they're walking up to in this shot, that's actually a miniature that they green screened in. And there's only a couple of shots like that in the movie, and the rest of the movie is just like practical effects and completely like carried off of vibe. And it's great. This was, I think, their first big movie together. I saw this randomly. It came out in like 2017 or something like that. And then Synchronic, I think they got a movie deal. But this one's all about like two brothers who were in a cult and they leave it and come back and like find out what the cult's been up to since they left. It's a really good one. And Synchronic isn't as good, but still interesting. And Mackey's in that and has a great performance. If you're into fantasy stuff too, I feel like you'll like it more than I did.
I'm curious. Looks like you can rent it on YouTube as well. I might check it out.
I mean, if you have Netflix, just make sure it's still on there, because I think it was a Netflix original. I could be wrong about that, but I do know it was on there for a while. I need to piss. I don't think we're going to do the pod tonight. I figured we'd just stream a little bit longer.
Yeah, that's fine.
We still got an episode locked and loaded for this week, so we'll just have to fucking play catch up. We'll have to finally do a double week when Jeffrey's back.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Waiting for the weekend. Yeah, really, really flex our muscles. Like our lungs. I also talked to Hans about how right after I'm done with this screenplay, I already have an outline for that next one. And I really want to get down on that and do like a creature feature, because I feel like that thing would be easy as shit to do if we could like build sets. That one you could do as like a wild, low budget movie. It'd just be a lot of gore effects. But we will see where it goes. I'm excited to send this script out, and even if the studio's like, this fucking sucks, like, get out of here, idiot. Like, I'm excited to see it. It'd be absolutely wild if they're like, here's the check, go make this movie. We'll see.
You're like, oh, I thought you guys would kind of do some of that.
Yeah, if I'm like flying out to Texas soon to meet with businessmen, I should just show up like the dude in my fucking slippers and sweatpants. Like, what's up, guys?
But wear a cowboy hat. You're like trying to show some respect.
Howdy, y'all. Tip my hat like a real cowboy and everything, but I look like an absolute dickhead.
And remember to tell them, I heard Texas was full of steers and queers. And, yeah. I don't see any steers around here.
Right.
Just you guys.
I was expecting more queers. Is it just
Which is funny, because back when I heard that joke when I was young, it was like, it didn't even really mean gay. Like it was just kind of like
weird dudes.
Yeah. It didn't have a like sexual orientation-ness.
Yeah, Ted Bundy was described as queer today.
That's right. Oh, look at getting into serious world stuff again. It wasn't politics, but almost.
Perfect Gamescape. You'll fit right in here. I need to urinate profusely. I sent the yeah, right. I feel bad. I'm gonna leave you alone here. I sent the link out to Hans, but I think he's a bedtime boy. Normally he would have popped in by now, and Jeff is still not around. All
right, let's play Q&A.
We're gonna get Mitch in here soon too. But I'm not gonna hold this off for too long. But yeah, Mitch and me are embarking on some game dev stuff to add even more to the Patreon eventually. So that's why I was saying, like, some of the Patreon stuff's going to get restructured in the near future. Yeah, but it'll be cool. And that'll be like the animation stuff, the podcast, the gaming things. Because Mitch is diving headfirst into game development. I'm going to be helping out with some writing and some modeling, most likely. Headshots, sexy headshots and hand shots. You guys don't know this about me, but I was a hand model for years.
I was a hand job model for years.
Yeah, as you hold wieners for magazine ads.
I used to just do it on the streets, and they were like, "Damn, dude, you're so good at that. You got to get paid to do that."
Yeah,
and get off the street.
Yeah, all these politicians having me do this charity work I used to do.
All right, go take your piss.
Peanut butter ramen, yeah, right. Oh, I'm not worried about a fun for the soundboard. The soundboard will come in due time. That'll be. I might just like spring and end up getting one if these dudes end up flying out. We're gonna need it if we're all in one room being dumb together.
At worst, you just get one of the apps and use it on use your phone as the soundboard.
So we all have the soundboard for the show. Better. You are better than Duchovny in Zoolander. Oh, I'm the best. You're going to see when I play a pedophile in a horror movie soon. This is going to be real interesting. I basically have to get shot in the arm.
Hey, that happened to Mr. T in the 18 movie. I started watching that this afternoon.
I thought it would be funny to do a prosthetic arm and frame the shot so you just see like the impact, and you do a prosthetic arm with like blood underneath the skin and everything like that, and then blast it with an actual shotgun. So then people can't be like, well, that looked fake.
That'd be rad.
Yeah, so then it's just like even if the arm ends up like comically dangling off because he technically survives, like it would still work for the shot, and I thought that'd be cool. That's why I was like, the only thing I really need to worry with and why studio involvement would be helpful is having a fucking stunt guy that can use live rounds for things like that, and it's not for shooting at real people. It's literally just for all the dummy head shit I want to do. But that's why you do a plaster skull and stuff like that, and then you shoot it with an actual shotgun blast. You have like bone fragments and stuff. It looks better.
And I'm laughing at figure drawing, not you.
Yeah. Pedo X-Files. Hey kid, what? Believe. Don't fucking talk to my son. It's just Mulder in a bush. Kid, I want you to believe.
He's like, na, 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 na. Hey kid, come here.
What a piece of candy. Just Mulder getting his ass beat by parents constantly.
Well, yeah, because he's got the weird thing going on with him being in the Californication with the little girl from The Nanny.
Yeah, and he wants to believe, and Scully's skeptical.
Scully's just like Scully.
You don't want to believe. I'm pretty sure you just want to fuck kids.
And Scully sounds like an English term for a BJ. All right, she gave me a Scully behind the pub.
Yeah. That's
you mean you found an alien? Nah, mate. A Scully.
Yeah, that's the real mystery of X-Files. I can't believe I missed the Kayla in town stream, shaking my head. I think it's still up technically. Yes. She'll be back soon too. She was swimming with sharks in Hawaii today, and I think she flies back in like a day or two. So she'll be back, and she said she wanted to drive down in a week or two. Hopefully the books will be in the premium books will be in by then. She can sign the like editor page. Yeah. She'll do all the poster signing then too, because she had some sort of weird adverse reaction to her new medication when she was down here that first time. So she's basically like drunk off of nothing all weekend, and I was like, I don't want you being a sloppy bitch and fucking up all these posters that are supposed to go to people. So it's like, we'll just have you do this when you get back from Hawaii. So yeah, that'll be getting done. And
you look at her signatures, it just says Slim Jim, Jim, Slim Jim. You're like, damn it, Kayla.
She's just drawing boobs on everything. Like, knock it off. Those don't even look like boobs. She was like yelling about. She's like, I'm gonna kiss all the posters. And I was like, no, you're a mess. Like, we're not doing any of this weekend. Just finished the sketch cover and sent it to you. Oh, I'm glad I didn't walk away just yet. God damn, dude, that rocks.
Yeah, pretty awesome. He's got our bad girl Ezamar here. I love how he represented everything. Like,
yeah, dude,
super cool.
Wicked dig you pushing your style on it. Like, love that.
And then his version of Hammerella, which, damn it, I can't get it any closer. Oh, I can zoom in.
Every time people are like, I drew your character, I tried to stay on model. I'm like, oh, don't worry about that. Like, do your own thing.
No, I love that. I love the do your own thing.
Rocks. Yeah. Yeah, I love seeing it. That's why I think Eric Canetti is like one of my favorite follows on Twitter, and just one of my favorite artists to just see anything that dude does, because it's always his interpretation of it. And I love that. That rocks, Jay Lee.
Yeah, even today I think Eric posted like Warren Worthington. I haven't been spending much time on Twitter. I've been trying to spend like 8 to 10 hours a day just working, and then check my
I thought you were going to say stuff on Twitter. I was like, what?
No. So I happened to see, yeah, I cut it down to 8 hours. But he posted some Warren Worthington as Archangel, and it might be on model. It's not a model that I know, but it looked like, I don't know, it looked like Archangel. Like, it looked on model enough, but his own style, which is like, it looked perfect. It was freaking awesome.
Yeah, he's one of the dudes I'd love to get on a guest cover for the Hellseekers stuff eventually. If not, like an inventory issue down the road, it would be cool to see him do like one of the Liberator Versus issues. He's a dude I've been like following his stuff for ages, and I remember when he got on the Chrononauts like comeback book with Mark Millar, whatever the fuck it is. Have you ever met him? Do you know what it actually is?
Sorry, wait, say that again, because I'm just looking at something hilarious from Eliza Bar.
Mark Millar?
What about him?
Is it Miller or Millar?
It's actually Millar, but everyone said Miller for years, and he wouldn't correct anybody because he just didn't care. Like,
okay, because I've always said Millar, and I have had a ton of people be like, "It's Miller." It's like, okay.
even the guys at my comic shop, or the couple shops I know, most of them say Millar just because there's other Millers. They're like, I'll just say Millar, and then people know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I got this from Elizabar, because on Twitter he was saying, did Ryan Winn just recommend a Kevin James movie on Death First Street?
Neil Blart, Paul Jellian. Dude.
It's the greatest thing ever.
Young, horny kids have to pilot fat, old mall cops to save the world.
The fate of Blart is also the joy of Paul.
Oh my god. That's
a visual
amazing.
Tour de force and a mesmerizing climax to one of the greatest anime. That's the direct quote. That's even better. That's so funny.
Jesus, that rocks. I'm going to step away now. Have fun with your Q&A.
All right, our QAnon. No, I saw a comment here from Simon7 about the Texas thing. Yeah, the bovine and X dudes joke. I've heard for Texas or some other states, usually on drill instruction scenes in movies. Yeah, so I heard the only thing from Texas is steers and queers, and I don't see any horns on you was the actual line. And so I was like 24, and I worked at Quicksilver. I was an assistant art director, and we used to do the designs for all the stores and stuff all across the country. And we'd fly out and do all the decorating and do all these displays and stuff. And so the architect that we had for our company that traveled with us, he told me to say that to the construction superintendent that was going to be running our stuff. He said, he's got a great sense of humor. He's a big Texas guy. You're going to want to win him over. And this will be really funny. And I was just young and dumb, and a guy introduced himself, and I even said it like in a Texan accent, like trying to like mimic him. And he grabbed me by the shirt. I said that, grabbed me by the shirt, and he said, you got to be careful who you say things to, or what you say to certain people. And I was like, I was told you think it's funny. And he's like, I do think it's funny. And then he put me down, or he called me chicken legs. He said, I do think it's funny, chicken legs. And he put me down, and I ended up working with that guy for a couple of years, and we were pretty good friends. Big giant Texan dude. Like, he was like stereotypical what you expect, like Texan construction dude. He was like 6'5", just giant handlebar mustache, full of Piss the musical. Spencer always goes off to piss and then texts. So is he texting with one hand? Is he pissing with no hands? Is he texting while he's walking down the hallway to the bathroom? These are all things that will someday be revealed on the Death Curse Patreon. So yeah, when I was younger, yeah, people used to get me with all kinds of stuff like that, especially because I was always willing to, I was just dumb enough to say anything to anybody. So then when I met my girlfriend became my fiance, she had the rule. She was like, anyone bigger than you or blacker than you cannot make jokes or talk back to in public, at least when you're around me. And whether I was around her or not, that actually turned out to be a pretty good policy as life went on. Eliza Bar says, chicken legs, Ryan Winn, bringing you the facts about Texas. Simon7 says, Spencer is the serial bush pisser. Yeah, it's like too bad there's not a contest for that. Like, you could line up and see like how many bushes can you fill up with piss before your competitor can fill up that many. Death Curse or Spencer, he says, you put your junk in the water and pee like a lizard. Okay, so he sits down on the toilet to pee, but drops his junk into the water. Are you outside in a puddle? Do you sit in a puddle? Now I'm confused and slightly grossed out. Seven says, yeah, they got you, Ryan. Yeah, they did. Gamescape, sit down? Yeah, well, I hear Gamescape stands up to poop as well. Like a real man. A real man doesn't sit down to use any type of bathroom. You stand up and you get that shit out your body. Brings new meaning to water lizard. Yeah, it definitely does. Oh, the neighbor's bird bath, of course. That's how he introduces himself to when he moves into the new place. Honey, there's a homeless looking man out in the backyard, dipping his balls and his junk in the bird bath. Oh yeah, what's up, guys? Just saying hi, being doing the neighborly thing. Beth said I can't pee on your bushes, so I'm doing this. 7 says, never ever take a cell phone from Spencer after he goes to the bathroom. Yeah, no, definitely. No, that's Spencer facts coming from 7. Let's see, medicine is murder. Hurt me, ladies. Make sure we didn't miss anything here. I only share the best things on Twitter, Ryan. Yes, you do, Lizbar. That was hilarious. I don't know if you made that or not. Either way, that was one of the funniest things. I've been watching a lot of Evangelion lately. Those of you that are weeb listeners and homies know what I'm talking about. I got this. I'm at the end of Hammerella. I'm doing the giant robot fight, so I've been trying to gain as much inspiration from the animes that inspired me as possible. And even though my robots don't look like the Evangelion robots, I really like the story, the fight scenes, the emotion that they put into the battles and stuff. So I'm trying to not mimic that, but not even homage it, but just kind of make sure that I'm bringing that same level, like not copy what they're doing, but bring the same emotional level to the battles, bring the same awesome action and explosions and great tactics and stuff like that. Ava is lame in my humble opinion. Yeah, I kind of like it all. I get that. I just kind of have fun with it. I like that it's just mostly about looking cool. You should see more Getter Robo. What is Getter Robo? Look up Getter Robo. Why is that not ringing a bell right now? Speaking of all this Japanese stuff, it doesn't look like Japan's gonna be letting my band in to play in November. It's a real bummer though, because we got the posters and they got us on the posters and everything, but it just does not look like we're gonna see that. Yeah, Getter Robo is a super robot manga series created by Ken Ishikawa and Go Nagai, as well as an anime series from Toei Animation. I recognize the poster image for it now, which is this. So it's something I may have seen years and years ago, because like 20 years ago I saw all kinds of stuff when we were doing like VHS bootlegs and stuff like that at Comic Cons and things like that, and a lot of times stuff wasn't even labeled right. But yeah, it looks familiar. I'll have to check that out. Thank you for the recommendation. Scrolling here, Liza Bar recommending don't drink from the toilet. Yeah, here you can get struck by lightning. I should see more Good Robot. At least the last Evangelion movie gave us an ending finally. Yeah, so there was that. Was it like 15 years between stories, something like that? Jay Lee says it's an older Robo anime manga. Oh, talking about Get a Robot. I have some rad EVA figures, EVA figures. Yeah, there are some great designs for your drawing. And the Alter Asuka jersey figures. Yeah, that's so.
I was listening to the show while I was making another drink, and I spilled it laughing because I thought somebody told you to get a rowboat.
Have you watched the anime Get a Rowboat?
Yeah. This is about an old man and he just gets a rowboat. It's good stuff.
A ghetto roboto.
Yeah,
yo.
Probably that anime. It's an old guy and he gets a giant robot. It rocks. Yeah. I've heard about Get a Robo before though. I have never seen it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do a run of anime here shortly. Rewatches of stuff I haven't seen in 20 years and then catching up on stuff I should have seen.
Yeah, old anime I missed out on. The good shit.
Liza Bar trying to... Oh, go ahead.
Paul Gellion. Looking forward to that. Have you been following the Action Labs news? Is that what you were gonna say?
Yeah, I was like, Elizabar, I keep trying to get you to talk about serious stuff.
Yeah, that shit is wacky. Fuck them. I feel bad for anyone that had to deal with them.
Yeah, I didn't look into it much because I started to, and I was like, I don't have time for this. I could do this, or I can get another panel done. I was like, I'm gonna go get another panel done. But
Yeah.
I did see, like, yesterday, it looked like some of the stuff on Action Lab's side looked kind of okay or something. Like they were legit on a couple things. But I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's what it looked like people were saying. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna go look, and then I was like, no. I can't.
Well, the problem is it was in, like, all the fuckery is in the contracts, so these people knew what they were signing up for. Like, it's not like they technically like they did shitty stuff in their contracts, but yeah, it's
like, you had contracts?
Yeah, it's some wacky shit. Like, you sign those deals. I don't know what to say anymore. Like, comics is just full of fucking idiots, I guess. I don't really know. Idiots and scumbags. Y'all see that new Matrix 4 screenshot of Keanu? Yeah, it just looked like a John Wick screenshot with Jupiter Ascended lighting.
I thought it was some fake fan thing. That was legit? Jeez.
Yeah, that's from the movies. It, like, their last big movie that I can think of was that Jupiter Ascending movie, and that movie was dog shit. So, like, anybody expecting them to still make a good film after all these years, they haven't in quite some time. Like, before the Matrix movies are, like, the really only solid movies they made. That fucking Cloud Atlas movie was them too, right? And that was just fucking big mess. But
you know what?
We have from not reading contract. I would tell no one and just feel lame for being lazy. That's the whole thing. Is it's like, were you lazy and you didn't read the whole contract, or are you just like a willing idiot and signed all of that shit away? Like, that's why I'm like the Action Labs thing. I think I said like something about it on Twitter, and I just left it at that because it's like no one's gonna like what I have to say about it, and that's that. Me and Ryan talked about it a little bit off of here, but that collective integrity of the industry, and it's like if people keep signing up for shitty jobs and shitty contracts, that's always gonna be the deal. Like everybody's lowering the bar all around. I'm out of here. Work tomorrow. Take it easy, Jay Lee. Thanks for hanging out, man.
Thank you, James, for all your hard work, all your support, and your awesome sketch cover tonight.
Yeah,
I'll be sharing that out. Yeah. Hey, I want to touch on our weeb moment we were having really quick.
Yes.
Some of the guys commented on some stuff here. Let's see. Speaking of giant robots, Big O on Adult Swim was dope. Hell yes, Big O rocks. It still rocks. I rewatched some recently.
I used to watch that back in the day.
Yeah. Oh, you were probably like 10.
That's awesome. I always loved the style of that show too. It was like it was like anime dudes found Bruce Timm's Batman and got into all the Art Deco shit. Exactly. Like, we can do this.
Let's see. There's a couple more here. Liza Bar. I just got done a couple weeks ago with the rewatch of Cowboy Bebop. I forgot just how much of a downer it was at the ending. Yes, that is because the entire thing is a jazz song.
Yeah,
and at the end of every great jazz quartet set, they all die from heroin overdose.
Yeah, so everybody kills themselves with drugs. Yeah, I was thinking I was going to rewatch that soon, but I believe I'm going to start Curb Your Enthusiasm with the girlfriend this week.
That's a good girl show. Girlfriend show.
She's never seen it, and
she's so Jewish. Like,
yeah, after years of being together, and yeah, I was like, Beth, it's like a show about being the worst Jewish guy ever. It's like he so much reminds me of her dad. It's hilarious, and her dad just like doesn't watch the show at all, and it's just amazing how similar they are, and he's completely unaware of it. But it was like, if you want to watch a show that's literally just like your dad's whole sense of humor and everything, And her whole sense of humor. I was just like, check this out. It's like that shit is like passed on. And I fucking love it too. I think it's hilarious, but it's like this is literally like your whole gimmick, Beth, and I don't even know if you're aware of it. Like,
let's see. Simonin says Cloud Atlas is a mess, but he really liked the concept of it. Very interesting.
That's like, I worked at the movie theater when that was going on. I always say the movie theater, like people know what I'm talking about. But I worked at a movie theater when that movie came out. We had so many people coming out of it like pissed off and confused, and they were like, wow, I still don't know what happened in that movie. And there was a couple of people that like came and saw it multiple times. And still we're just like really enjoy it for some reason, but don't know why. Like, I watched it that one time and thought it was absolutely ridiculous nonsense. And then, what was it? Rick and Morty eventually made fun of it. And I thought that was the best thing to ever come out of that entire movie.
I never saw it. I thought I was thinking of a completely different movie. I'm looking at this now.
Yeah, it's like Tom Hanks is like different people and different lifetimes or something. It was a fucking mess, dude. It was like it was cool that it was like attempted to do something like that in a movie, but it was like felt like you could have done it in a different way where it would have been more interesting. Same thing, Jupiter Ascending. Like, I retweeted that Matrix 4 shit today and was like, Jupiter Ascended, because it just looks like the like final form of what they were going for with that movie, which was this like corny, it felt, Jupiter Ascending, if you never saw that, it felt like basically like the Matrix, but you were always in like the online Matrix world. Like everything was just fantastical, stupid bullshit. It's almost like every character was a video game character and nothing was really explained. And it, I guess, was like about them being trans or something, because like by the end of the movie, what's her face goes from Jesus, why can't I remember her name now? Oh my god. Fucking from that 70s show. Played Jackie. Why the fuck can't
Mila Kunis?
There we go. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I cannot remember her name. She's like ugly duckling regular girl at the beginning of the movie, and by the end of it, it's like, oh, you're like a secret space princess, and there's like wolf dragon people and all this weird shit. It was dumb as hell. Hugh Grant character in Cloud Atlas. I don't even remember that much about it, dude. That movie was like cancer on my brain. And I just remember that was another one of those ones that had like a bunch of people coming out early on in the film and asking for their money back or asking for a ticket to something else. Which is like common. You'll get it like here and there for movies, like one person, but that was one of those ones where it was like every viewing you would have like 4 or 5 people be like, fuck this movie. Which I don't think I've ever done. The only time I've ever gotten a refund is like they had a problem with the reel or whatever and like couldn't show it. Hugh Grant search for pictures.
Wolf dragon people. That sounds like the name of some like the Redbox version of like someone trying to like
my god,
do a Twilight ripoff or something.
I don't even know if I ever noticed that was Hugh Grant.
I was thinking Hugh Jackman the whole time till just now. I was like,
no, the one that fucks hookers.
Yeah. Oh, female hookers.
Possibly. I think both. Yeah, that's insane.
Sure.
I mean, you can definitely tell it's him up close, but I'd
totally only if by knowing, you know, I wouldn't be like, oh, that looks like Hugh Grant.
Yeah, I mean, that's like I had forgotten until I put it on tonight to watch it with Beth, but I forgot Jack Nicholson does a dual role in Mars Attacks.
Yeah, he's
the president and the oil tycoon.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. He's the president, and then he's the cowboy oil tycoon, and there's multiple scenes where he's basically playing against himself, like, on the TV. And that's how they're, like, artfully, like, getting away with him playing two roles, is he's just, like, a right-wing redneck dude commenting on the president's, like, shitty policies the whole time. I was like, wow, I forgot all about this. And there's only like one scene where he takes his glasses off, and you can still only really tell it's Jack Nicholson when he smiles. It's the weirdest fucking thing. He just like changed the register of his voice slightly, but it's still like the cadence and inflection of everything is exactly the same. It's just a little bit gravelier. That movie is so good.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, there's so much good shit in it. Like Pam Grier's in it. Fucking Pierce Brosnan. Was it Michael J. Fox is in it briefly?
Why was I picturing his second character as his "You Can't Handle the Truth" character?
That's just because of how like amped up he gets as the president in like the speeches as it goes on throughout the movie. Because like at first he's trying to be like diplomatic and everything. It's on Netflix. You should definitely give it a rewatch because like I knew I liked it and I forgot like how much I love that movie until I was watching it tonight. It still looks corny as shit, but it was like weird knowing that like what I'm learning in Blender and Nomad and everything in like a couple of years I could probably make a movie that looks like fucking Mars Attacks. If not better. Oh
yeah, we'll be able to do that in a few years, I think.
Like I'm gonna get that Rococo mocap suit, man. We're gonna have little aliens running around everywhere. Gonna be like the corridor guys, but fatter.
Don't put us in a corridor. We get stuck in a corridor crew.
Yeah, won't fit in a corridor.
Yeah.
We're going to do a team up with them, but they're going to have to widen their corridors.
They're doing a cool thing. I don't usually like to be like, oh, this other channel's doing a cool thing if we're not like friends with them or something, but they're doing a cool thing that where they do they're doing a Dungeons and Dragons show, but they're going to be animating it.
Oh yeah.
Animating the gameplay, so that'll be interesting to see how they do that.
I wish they would just crack down and make like a real movie, not like a fuck around movie.
Well, they've got the new stuff on their website, so it's the voting is going on right now for like what their next movie will be.
Yeah, they always do that, but it's always like every concept they do is like fan servicey nonsense, and I think that's why like what's his face technically stepped away from the company and stuff because he wanted to start doing his own stuff. I think it's Clint.
Yeah,
that it.
Yeah, he's like
because I follow his channel
on YouTube.
Yeah, Punisher, I think.
Punisher, that's what it is.
Because yeah, he does tons of modeling and speed level building and stuff like that, like the shit I've been learning about for a while. And I'm pretty sure he mentioned that he's eventually trying to do like a fully animated film. And I think honestly part of it is he stepped away because they are doing the YouTube like gaming the algorithm. Like they do the trending stuff that I told you guys early on. Like, yo, if you want to build your channel up, like, pay attention to what games are dropping, what's trending on YouTube, and draw that shit. Like Dog the Bounty Hunter said he has an N-word pass. Do a crazy Dog the Bounty Hunter fucking sketch for a video today, and you like tag your video and stuff like that. That's literally YouTube in a nutshell. It's like any other fucking social media. It's just riding fucking trending waves. That's why these channels that like cover like all the Star Wars news and everything blow up so much is they're just hopping on trending waves. There's really not like a big fucking secret to it. But as an artist, you need to follow shit like that, and that's not always exciting for artists. I kind of forgot where I was going with this. I'm a lot drunker than I thought I was. Right. Surviving Gruber? What?
The surviving Gruber.
Right. Why does this feel like an ominous warning?
Am I allowed to? Is this a word I'm going to type in? And
oh, if the headshot dudes get all of their shit done in October, and they have some spare time, I might be going up to the Boston area to meet up with them and potentially shoot a little short that I'm writing.
I thought Hans was in a third world country, or is he just called Boston a third world country?
Yeah, he's flying in from the third world country to do some reshoots for Mass State Lottery. That was part of what they needed funding for. That we helped raise, so they can get Hans back out here shooting.
Oh, the other Gruber. Duh. Sorry, Simonin. Hans Gruber from Die Hard.
Oh.
God damn it. Now it feels so stupid.
Well, I thought it was like referencing something we were already talking about, and I missed any talk about Die Hard. It's like there's not many famous Grubers, though. That's our bad. Shoots a little short. Yeah, that's my problem. Real tall, but I shoot a little short. No, I have an idea for... I thought you said, and you call yourselves Greeks. It's like, that was a joke. It's like, this is the night of explaining that I'm not Greek.
He still likes it up his ass, but he's not Greek.
I have an idea for like a quick like monster reveal one, and I was like, oh, if I can get these guys on board to do it, there's enough of us there to where we can shoot it pretty quickly, and I might actually be able to have one of us shoot it digitally and shoot it on the 8mm that I have, because I thought that would be really cool. To have the whole thing on grainy 8mm footage, and it'll look almost like found footage. The idea I have for the monster, I can tell you off stream, but basically to build it, I figured I could get a long sleeve shirt and brush liquid latex and stuff onto it and basically skin the shirt. And make a gross, messy costume and add all the details and effects to that and paint it up real nice. And then the actor playing the monster just has to like put it on, and then I can coat their hands and whatnot. And
cut! The monster nipples fell off.
Yeah, finish it all off. Yeah, it's gonna have like dog tits. Yeah, it's just a dog-titted monster. Way to ruin it, Ryan.
Damn it.
They go out in the woods, and the thing that's eating all the children is a dog-titted monster. And all the local guys are like, well, it's kind of sexy. Maybe we don't kill it immediately. Yeah. Maybe we don't kill it immediately. What do you say, fellas? Just fades to black. I thought they said this was a horror short.
You know, when it's not killing the kids, it's really helpful around the yard.
Yeah, right. I say we pull all its teeth out. Now that's thinking, Randy. Yeah, no. I think I got a good idea, and it could literally just be like a minute long with... I want to do a bunch of shorts where I can make monsters and gore effects for super cheap, and then demo what we can do when we're being smart and not spending a lot of money. Like, technically, that blowing an arm off, I could do that gag really easily, no problem. Just a matter of discharging a shotgun.
Yeah. Which sounds so less It doesn't sound violent when you say it like that. Oh, I'm just gonna go out and discharge this shotgun.
Yeah. That's the whole thing. Is I'm sure I can find somewhere around here, like private property or shooting range or something, where I can schedule it to get it done, no problem. But I want to do these kinds of tests and things so I can start figuring that shit out, and then I can put the footage up on the page and show these guys, like, hey, I finally conquered the whole fucking artificial skull stuff and building a fucking head from scratch that you can smash with a baseball bat on screen. No cutaways.
Hashtag no cutaways.
Yeah, I want that full frame, like, scanners shot where the guy's head explodes from the shotgun blast.
The red. I hate cutaways.
Yeah, I want it just full frame. You can see a dude, and then just like baseball bat to the head, and his head caves in. Essentially, so what you do is like if you have the plaster skull already made and everything, the jawbone and skull aren't connected. So you do like latex and cotton buildup with different like yellows and reds to make it look like fat and muscle. And you build it up around the joints and basically connect it all together, get it looking more fleshy and human, and build latex and cotton all over it and paint so it starts to look like it's wrapped in muscle and everything. You put the eyes into it and whatnot, and then the skull is filled. A lot of guys use like raw chicken bits, especially if you're going to shoot it with a shotgun. It rips up really good and looks like bits of flesh and shit like that. But you can just use like little bits of silicone or foam and stuff like that, paint it up, and then you fill it with like blood condoms, whatever you need. The condoms are really
I have a bunch of those ready for you.
Yeah, right. Just save them in your closet. Yeah, condoms are like a really common thing because they buy the cheap ones that are like $0.25 a piece. You fill them with fake blood, and then they're very fragile. So if you fill a skull with like 4 or 5 of these, there's a bunch of blood in there. And then even if you just like hit it with a baseball bat hard enough, the little fragments of fucking plaster hit those condoms and they just explode and gush with blood. And that's basically what I want to be able to do is you make a bunch of these pre-made skulls and everything, and then when you're ready to shoot, it has like a removable top to the skull. You pop the top off, you put some blood condoms in it, and then you pull a silicone skin of whatever actor's head and shoulders over the whole skull, and basically nest the skull inside of it how it properly would be. So the teeth are showing and everything through the lips. And then you quick cut away from the actor to the reaction shot of the dummy, and you can shoot that dummy with a live round. You can fucking smash it with a baseball bat. You can put a chainsaw through it and cut the top half of the head off. And, you know, anywhere the camera...
You can make sweet love to it if you want to be nice to it. Jeez.
Yeah, you can kiss it on the mouth. But anywhere the camera sees, you'll see those layers of like bone and tissue and everything if you build it up right.
I got an image of a behind the scenes video of you buying a bunch of large like Magnum condoms, Beth seeing him in the bag and going, "Oh, so you have something horrific planned," and then cut to the actual horror scene.
the eyes wide shut porno that I'm shooting. Why is everybody... Wait, condoms, bird masks, what are you doing? My favorite one is that Scanners shot where he blows the guy's head up, and they spent I think a week trying to figure it out until finally one of the effects guys got so fed up he was like, "All right, everybody clear the fuck out." And he literally laid down under the desk, put his feet up on the dummy, and fucking shot it in the face with a shotgun right under the chin. And it's one of the best looking head explosions ever in a movie.
Yeah, I was looking at that recently, and I was also looking at, because we rewatched the original Thing, and damn it, I love all the practical effects in that movie so much.
That's That's why I told Hans and I told you earlier, the next one after I finish Copenhagen up is literally going to like write itself. It's like the Thing in outer space is essentially what I'm going for. I don't want it to be a ripoff of the Thing, but that's the easiest way to describe it without getting into it right now. I just wanted to do something balls to the wall that's going to be like tons of gore effects. And I was like, if I make weird tentacle monsters and aliens and shit, a lot of it is technically reverse shots. So like you wrap an actor up in the tentacles and then you have a rig on like the alien actors where the tentacles can be like pulled out the back of them. And
okay.
So you start the shot wrapped around the actor and then you pull them out and then you reverse that shot digitally and it looks like the tentacles are exploding out of the alien and wrapping around the actor. That's how like 90% of the tentacle shots in the Thing were done. They just reversed the footage.
Yeah, it's amazing how much reversing footage is like.
Yeah, every
trick, like for like hair grow or like.
If you've ever seen a whack. Like a stab kill in a slasher movie, all of those are like, if it's the actor still moving and everything, it's a reverse shot, and then they're normally cutting to like an iron bar prop, which is basically like once the actor is stabbed through, they're holding the handle of the weapon, and then there's an iron bar that's curved to fit around the actor's body with the other side of the weapon coming out of the other side of the iron bar. And it just like pops on like the old arrow through the head gag. It's literally that for your body. And they will like, they'll put the iron bar on under the costume and then cut holes to put the handle through and the tip of the knife through on the other side. And then you dress it with blood and everything. And that's how they hung Bob up in the original Halloween. The guy who gets stabbed to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
He's basically just wearing like a chest harness that has a handle on the front side of it, and it appears to have a tip on the back, and it's really just like a rig that's mounted to the wall, and he's like essentially standing on his tippy toes and then strapped into the mount. I think they did it a little bit simpler in the original one. He might even just be like belted up because they were doing it on a real shoestring budget, but yeah, that's
man. Now you really got to watch Becky because the practical gore stuff is like it was the only thing that took me out of the movie because I was like, I can't wait to talk to Spencer about this. Shut up, watch the movie. Okay,
that's why
I can't wait to talk to Spencer about this.
That's why I'm so excited to do this head cast of me finally. So I'll have the like shoulder bust and everything, and I'll be able to start doing shit like that because it's like I can do like throat slashes and just like bruised eyes and wounds and shit. So we can start doing all sorts of test footage for super cheap, especially if I'm just doing like one-off gelatin molds where I don't need them for long runs. I'm just like, oh, I want to do like a beat up makeup. And I have a girlfriend who literally did like makeup professionally for a while. So I can just make Beth make it all look really good and blend really well.
Or ask her.
That's my secret weapon. I exploit women.
I could just make her do this.
Oh yeah, no, she wants to. Like, she's all excited for us to build the studio flats for the basement because she can also use them for photography and shit. She's probably more excited for it than I am in the long run.
No, that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I genuinely want to start getting more random content and shit up on the Patreon for dudes and on the YouTube channel in general. Pop that nut. I think it'd be funny if I just put up a bunch of short films on the YouTube and we eventually get a call or an email from a studio not having to send a script in. That'd be real cool. That's how that fucking dude who did Shazam popped his nut.
Is it really? What did he do?
What's his name? David something, I believe. Hang on. Let me pull it up again. I follow him on there's a YouTube channel that explains it all.
Because you know me, I can't stand the directing in 90% of the superhero movies or the editing, and I think Shazam was like almost a perfect kind of superhero movie.
David F. Sandberg. Let me read his movies off. So he does like goofy, like horror, like Paranormal Activity type stuff from what I remember. But like people really like it and it sells really well. But I remember he did a bunch of like shorts and documentary stuff. Yeah, short, documentary, short. Pony Smasher is his YouTube channel. I couldn't remember it at first. His breakout was 2013's Lights Out. And then he did short. 2013 is when he did the Lights Out short, and 2016 is when the movie actually came out. I'm sorry. So yeah, Lights Out started out as a short, and a studio liked it so much it got turned into a feature film, and it made a fuckload of money from what I remember. But he did Lights Out, and then he did 6 other shorts, and then Lights Out, the feature. Then he did Annabelle Creation. Then he did Shazam. Another 2 shorts. In 2020, he did I Flip You Off for 4 hours, which is a short that he did for his YouTube channel, where he used visual effects to trick flipping off the camera for 4 hours straight, and it was like a tutorial and just a dumb video. And then he just is wrapping up the second Shazam movie currently.
I'm surprised to hear myself say I'm looking forward to that movie.
But yeah,
I'm glad they let him stay on, because so many times they screw things up where they're like, "Oh, this person did a good job. Let's get the producer's niece in to direct it now. That sequel." And you're like, come on, let the first guy do it."
Yeah, he got his start doing shorts with iPhone basically on YouTube. Pretty wacky shit. There's a couple of guys who've done stuff like that. I'm not saying I will or anything, but I want to start doing some stuff. It's like I'm having fun with it either way. And I think the dudes will be interested in it, especially if I can just do like one-off videos. I was telling Beth, because she fucking is creeped out by it, but I think I'm going to do a bruiser mask for myself. Just because I love that movie, but I was like, that'll be a really creepy one for a video, because it takes like anyone's face and makes it like featureless, nondescript. Oh my God, what was I going to...
Yeah, those kind of masks creep me out more than like a monster mask or something would.
Yeah, damn. When I started following him, he had a couple thousand subscribers. He's up to 308,000 subscribers now.
Damn.
Definitely blown up. Tons of awesome videos too on just like cheap lighting on no budget and stuff like that. And he's all about just like building suspense and shit like that. Like, it's simple stuff, but it's smart for not spending any money, and I'm pretty sure he just does them with his wife.
Here, I pulled it up for anyone that wants to see the mask that we're talking about.
Yeah. I was telling Beth, I don't know if it'll be creepier. I was like, I wonder if I can do one like with my beard. Dude, Bruiser is crazy underappreciated. I was struggling between it still has some 90s flaws. Like, that's one where I almost wouldn't be mad if it got remade and they didn't overdo it, like, just because it has all those like weird like 90s like acid wash flashes and shit, like a 90s music video. There's some really goofy shit in it, but that movie, like, story wise, is fan fucking tastic, and one of my favorite Romero flicks that a lot of people haven't even seen, and it hasn't really like gotten a release as far as I know. I think it got a DVD release, but it's like dog shit. Yeah, but I was like, I wonder if I could build one that I don't have to shave my beard for.
Right as you're saying that, the pictures in Bruiser, there's I was like, whoa, wait, is that Spencer?
I love when he completely fucking loses it later on, and he paints his new face on. It's his like finding his own identity. Yeah, this shit. He paints it skin tone, and then he paints like a fucking crazy, almost like Native American look on it, where his eyes are like bleeding black, and it's just weird as shit. Like an art therapy thing, but it still has the beady eye holes and everything. It's great. Yeah, man.
No, too creepy. I can't even look.
Yeah. You never really saw me, did you? It's so fucking good.
It really is, but it's stuff like that. It's so creepy to me.
Yeah, I'm like, that's what I should do after I'm done with these two that I'm writing, is just rewrite Bruiser.
With the beard.
I'm shocked that that's one, just because it's like something where you could. It was like it's one of those things that's like always socially relevant. It's not like a concept that really goes out of fashion. There's always someone getting shit on, someone at the bottom of the hill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can make it so much more violent too, like that scene where he goes to blow his head off. That's the kind of shit I want to do, man. Just fucking popping cantaloupes. Yeah, I love that this just defines my life, that Bruiser Brody comes up with all of this.
I just want to bust melons, man.
Yeah. Such a fucking wacky movie. Trying to shave your no face off.
Ugh.
Yeah, man.
I think it's one of the creepiest masks to me.
Romero still had it at the end. That was why I was like, the face, like, I need to make it like I love this movie, and I put little nods and all the stuff, but it's never really like overtly characters. And I was like, the face, this is too perfect. It's just a blood red version of the Bruiser mask. I'm a big slut for that.
Simon says Spencer does look like Bruiser. Yeah, but there was actually a wrestler. I still have the picture somewhere. There was some wrestler. I forget who it was now. But they had his action figure, like the 8 or 10-inch action figure at Rite Aid, and it looked exactly like Spencer.
Oh yeah,
I remember taking a picture of it.
That fucking Braun dude or whatever. He had some big dumb name.
Might have been, but he's like
I don't
smiley
look like him in
happy
real
face.
Yeah, I don't look like him in real life, but the toy you had found of him,
exactly.
Yeah, it literally just looked like an action figure of me. That's the thing though, is I think Bruiser Brody and me, I get that a lot, because no matter how like big and scary that dude was, he looks like he's having a good time. Like he looks like a fun dude to be around. Unless he's in the ring beating your ass. But like he's like smiling in most of his promos and shit, like even when he's yelling. Yeah, I think it's that dude, Braun Strowman. I can never remember his name.
I think that is it. Here, I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, it was a long time ago now. But I remember the action figure. I like looked up the guy after the fact and was like, I don't actually look like this man at all. Woo! I am more loaded than I thought I was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is the guy.
He has some sweet hair. He has like an undercut.
No, actually, no. This isn't him. It was somebody else. I got on my phone. We'll make it a post. We're going to be doing.
We'll find
those of you that are on Instagram, we're going to be taking a lot of like the fun imagery we've either drawn on the show or like some of you have drawn, and we're going to be like sharing those on Instagram.
That's the cool thing, is once the animation's up, I can start putting that on the Instagram too. Because yeah, Death Curse is on Instagram now.
No posts yet, but
it's not very active. Well, there is a cryptic post.
We'll get there.
Nothing for the animation or anything right now, but there's 2 posts. There's I posted the "You fucked it" design that I did because those dudes loved it and they might actually be using it for some merch.
Very cool.
It's them as the Menendez brothers in court, and it says "one for the wiener." And then I posted something for Copenhagen that is the sheriff's deputy uniform for the film, because we're going to be going to shoot some test footage in Philly with the actor we are talking to. Sure, that's not him, Ryan, because the action figures look like Spencer. If Spencer could bend a human femur into a pretzel. Yeah, I eat bones. I'm excited for that too, because that's what I was like. We actually do also have a couple of people who could potentially play that baby teeth character if I don't play it. I was just thinking like, I'm sure on set once I got into that costume and everything and was like fattened up with the padding and costume and whatnot, like I can get into that mode and be super fucking creepy and deliver that role. But then I also can't be as hands-on with all the gore effects in those scenes. I sort of need to like set it up and then go. But who knows? We'll see how that goes. I still need to figure out how to cast that big bastard. Nails, who's a tiny bastard, but jacked. Kayla has a couple like bodybuilder friends though that are like cranked out of their mind that might be able to do it, but I'm like, I need people that are like gonna take directions like a real actor and shit. So we might just have to open up some casting and find some dudes in the New England area like looking for pretty boys to get their asses whooped. We're starting a fight club. Yes.
Don't talk about it.
Right, I forgot. Have I even shared the art on here before? I know it's up on the Patreon.
Share it anyways.
Yeah, I think I gotta I'll just drop it in the Twitter DMs really quick. I sent that video to you guys of that bastardly kid just like eating ingredients. Did you see that shit before we went live?
No, I didn't.
I think Barstool shared it. It's like a 2 or 3 year old kid making fucking cookies with like his grandmother, and every time she puts a new ingredient in the bowl, he like grabs a handful of it and throws it in his mouth. And it seems like it's just got to be like an OCD compulsion this kid has, because it's fucking insane. He's eating like fistfuls of flour and butter and stuff, and it like triggered something in Jeff, and Jeff just went to bed. He's like, I'm done with this conversation. It's like, whoops, my bad. It's like, that's going to be my fucking kid, dude. Yeah, I can share all my DMs, the gay icons of podcasting.
And I found which figure it was.
Yeah, this fucking shitty kid.
Oh, I think I did see this before.
So that's a cup of sugar. He pours it in and then tries to grab a handful. Yeah, he's like an asshole. And it's just like a compulsive thing. He won't stop doing it.
Oh my God.
A whole stick of butter and eats like a tablespoon of it. Brown sugar, tries to grab a handful, just eats it out of the bowl.
And I feel like it'd be so hard to get the kid to act like that, because you're like, okay, so just no matter what I do, you keep grabbing and eating it. Like the kid would kind of break at one point.
Yeah, no, he just grabbed a raw egg and slurped it into his mouth. That's what I mean. It's like, this is like a compulsive thing that this kid cannot help himself.
Oh my God.
Like,
he's going to read so many lists when he goes on live streams later in life.
This is what I'm doomed to. It's like my mom put up with this kind of shit when I was a kid, and there were 2 more of me. But that fucking scarfing down like a whole stick of butter.
That's just you when you cook now by yourself too. You're like, some for me, some for the bowl.
Yeah, dangerous. This is that art. Full screen layout. I don't know if I can zoom in more or anything on this.
You kind of did. It wiggled.
Yeah, baby teeth is that guy in blue and orange, though, up near the top. Daddy
The girthy one.
Vince the Violator. Nails is this guy down here that we refer to as Crackhead Wolverine. He's got broom handles with like long nails driven into them like Wolverine. A skinnier version of Baby Teeth. Nails with a jacket on. Teddy. Yes, very weird stuff. Oh, yeah, and then this...
So it's Bray Wyatt.
Oh, that's who it is.
Yeah,
okay.
So you don't look like the dude, but you do look...
Yes, I look
or you don't look like the figure. The figure looks like it's trying to be you. Like...
I need to get those and customize them and just sell it. It's me in like a cardigan smoking with a glass of whiskey in my hand.
Get like some like there's some these are probably close to some like doll size that has like actual little flannel shirts. You could put like a flannel shirt on it.
Perfect.
Something like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a one-off action figure of me, and Beth's probably gonna steal it for her office. Just be like, "This is my boyfriend. This is the one I like because he doesn't talk back."
This one farts so much less than the other
yeah,
one.
Right? He's not saying motherfucker constantly in front of my parents.
I never have to say, shush, the windows are open around him.
Yeah, so that big fat guy in the middle up top there would probably be me. I was thinking originally of playing Teddy, because then I don't really have to talk. He's a mute, and he's in a costume the whole time, but I'll butterbean it up as the pedo weirdo. Plus, I think taking the sack off and just having it be the woman's face with the kid teeth and having my like long greasy hair and beard exposed will make it even creepier. But we'll test that out. Beth's gonna do some like test photos and shit for it, and then hopefully get together with Hans and those dudes and see what they think. The weirdest thing is going to be I might have to commission someone to make a blue suede gimp mask. Like custom for the daddy character who thinks he's Elvis. Yeah, Spencer action figures, why not? You laugh like that's ridiculous and you wouldn't want one. Oh,
we all want one.
The other big bearded dude that doesn't work for WWE anymore. Did they both leave? That's amazing. Both the guys we brought up were like, fuck the WWE. Yeah, and basically, I think he's got a claw hammer in that one. Yeah, claw hammer. Good old times. And Kevin had the little touch of the toy dinosaur in the like neck of the collar of the fucking overalls. So that'll be the weirdest thing. This will be the only time I've worn overalls since I was like 3 years old.
You were a young farmer.
Yeah. I gotta get big fat guy overalls. Yeah, there's some other guys wearing like latex gimp masks and stuff, but this one's a specific kind of weirdo who thinks he's Elvis reincarnated, and he wears a blue suede gimp mask that matches his blue suede shoes. It's insane. I think they both got fired during the COVID period. WWE fired like half their star wrestlers because they couldn't pay them. That's hilarious.
Oof.
So
during Cunt 19.
Yeah. Cunt strikes again. Yeah, like Vince technically wears a latex mask and then like a mechanic's jumper, kind of like Michael Myers. Nails is essentially just our long-running Danzig joke manifested as a human being. There's some other ones too that aren't shown. Kevin didn't draw any of the ladies. We're keeping those a secret for now. That's going to be, honestly, the hardest thing to cast, which we haven't talked about at all. Ironically enough, they're the most interesting part for the dudes, probably, because it's a bunch of chicks in, like, dominatrix, like, bondage harnesses. Yeah.
Nah, it's going to be freaking awesome, man.
Yeah, it'll be really weird if we can actually get it made.
So how long we going tonight? If we're going longer, I just need to take a break.
I was gonna say we should probably wrap it up soon. It's 2 here, and I want to get some work done. I'm already pretty rip roaring.
I'm good with rapping as well. We had a good hang with the dudes for sure.
We went 2.5 hours. This has been a great time. That's more like a luchador mask than. Yeah, same thing. It'll make sense in the story, but it's modeled more like a gimp mask that's been stripped down. There's 2 or 3 people that are famous for being ones that can make the masks for them. Most are custom made. Oh yeah, it's something I can probably make myself too. It's gonna be a weird one if I'm like, all right, and now we're making the gimp mask. I was actually looking at some luchador masks and stuff like that because it is just a similar build and everything with just a couple of tweaks, making the mouth a little sluttier and things like that. And it also depends on the actor. We have a guy that I'm talking to who is an actor and also a YouTuber and has a little podcast. And I think he's a good fit for the role because the character is supposed to look kind of like Elvis, but not like full tilt. And he's willing to wear contacts and work with us. And I'll basically just need to do some measurements and stuff on him and custom make the mask to fit him. But he's got a really great gag, which is one of the reasons we need to be able to make exploding heads. But yeah, like I said, if it's something that that we're going to be able to produce on our own, then I'm going to show you guys as much as I possibly fucking can.
Hell yeah.
At all times. It's going to be a good time. Even if there's a studio involved, I'm more so pushing for them to just flip the bill and help us make something that rips dick. Yeah, and Ryan is cranking out fucking wild pages. I'm stoked for all the boys. Our books are all kind of late, but they're all ripping dick.
Here's our jump scene page.
Yeah. The reason we're going to make Ryan do an inventory issue for Hellseekers.
There's the team flying off.
The issue where everybody rides horses and they all have giant robots too.
Got spaceships. Small spaceships coming out of bigger spaceships.
What is up, Rob?
Whoa, what?
It's like, yeah, right? Are you awake? You want to come in here? Are we about to keep it going?
If he wanted to hop in, I'd take a break and come back in. Otherwise,
it's like, I'm going to have to run and urinate again in a moment, too. That was why I was like, maybe we should just wrap it up. But Rob popping in here could change things. Are you coming in to chase this dragon with us, Rob? Can I get a 69 in chat? Yeah, I'm making a movie with a cop hero because I wanted to basically lay a bunch of groundwork that people think this is going to be super political, and then it's not at all, and it's just going to be violent and over the top. Good. Rob's crashing too. That's our voice of reason.
That's the wise answer. Yep.
Yeah. It's perfect then. We're gonna wrap it up. Thank you, dudes, for watching this madness, this rant. I'm trying to stream as much as I can this week, so I'll probably pop in tomorrow. I believe the Alterna dudes are getting together on either Pete or Alterna's channel tomorrow night, so I'll probably pop in there first, and then take it over here for some late night madness. Maybe see if Hans and Low-Res want to pop in and chat or something.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, if you guys didn't already get Wirehead, go fucking grab a copy from Rob. If you backed it, it's probably on its way or arrived with you today. Are you wrapping it up before or after you rip it? Well, you gotta wrap it first and then you rip it off. The no mess solution. But yeah, thanks, dudes, for hanging out as always. You guys are fucking rad. You guys are the reason we do all this weird nonsense. And we keep grinding behind the scenes and get more shit out to you guys as soon as possible. Take it easy, and I'll see you dudes tomorrow.
Deltos.